Philippines earthquake disaster. 19 dead after powerful Mindanao quake triggers tsunami alerts. A powerful earthquake has struck the southern Philippines, leaving a trail of destruction, panic, and heartbreak. At least 19 people have been confirmed dead, while hundreds more have been injured after a massive magnitude 7.8 earthquake rocked the island of Mindanao early Monday morning. The disaster has once again highlighted the dangers faced by millions living along the Pacific Ring of Fire. The quake struck off the coast of Mindanao at a shallow depth, making its impact especially devastating. Within seconds, buildings began shaking violently, roads cracked, and terrified residents rushed into the streets seeking safety. Witnesses described scenes of chaos as families fled their homes and office workers evacuated buildings amid fears of collapse. One of the most dramatic moments captured on video showed part of a multi-story building collapsing in General Santos City, one of the largest urban centers in southern Philippines. Other structures suffered severe damage, including schools, commercial buildings, and residential properties. Emergency responders were immediately deployed as rescue operations began in affected areas. Authorities report that more than 130 people have been injured and several individuals remain missing. Search and rescue teams are working around the clock, combing through rubble in hopes of finding survivors. Heavy equipment has been brought in to clear debris, while medical teams are treating victims suffering from fractures to severe trauma.
The danger did not end with the initial quake. A powerful aftershock measuring around magnitude 7.0 struck shortly afterward, sending already frightened residents running for cover once again. Since then, more than 100 aftershocks have rattled the region, raising concerns about additional building collapses and further casualties. Authorities continue to warn residents not to return to damaged structures until safety inspections are completed. Adding to the fear, tsunami warnings were issued across several countries in the region, including the Philippines, Indonesia, Japan, and Australia. Coastal communities were told to move to higher ground as officials monitored sea levels for dangerous waves. Fortunately, while tsunami waves were detected in some areas, the worst-case scenario did not materialize, and several warnings were later lifted. Nevertheless, the alerts created widespread anxiety among millions living near the coast. The earthquake struck on what was supposed to be the first day of the new school year for many students across the Philippines. Instead of beginning classes, thousands of children and teachers found themselves scrambling for safety as classrooms shook and buildings were evacuated. Some schools suffered structural damage, forcing authorities to suspend classes throughout affected regions. Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. quickly ordered emergency measures, including the activation of evacuation centers and the suspension of classes in impacted areas. Government agencies have been mobilized to deliver food, water, medical supplies, and temporary shelter to displaced residents. Officials say damage assessments are still underway. The true extent of the disaster may not be known for several days.
The Philippines is no stranger to powerful earthquakes. The country sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, one of the world's most seismically active regions. This vast zone surrounds much of the Pacific Ocean and is responsible for frequent earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and tsunamis. As tectonic plates constantly shift beneath the Earth's surface, countries like the Philippines remain highly vulnerable to natural disasters. For many residents of Mindanao, the emotional toll may last long after the shaking stops. Families are mourning loved ones, businesses have been damaged, and entire communities are facing an uncertain recovery. Humanitarian organizations and local volunteers are already stepping in to provide assistance, while emergency workers continue searching for those still unaccounted for. As rescue operations continue, officials are urging residents to remain alert. Aftershocks can occur for days or even weeks after a major earthquake. Weakened buildings may still pose serious risks. Emergency shelters remain open. Authorities are closely monitoring conditions across the region. This tragedy serves as a powerful reminder of nature's incredible force, the importance of disaster preparedness. While the Philippines has faced many natural disasters throughout its history, resilience of its people continues to shine through even in the darkest moments. Now, focus remains on saving lives, supporting survivors, helping affected communities begin the long road to recovery. If you found this report informative, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for more global news and geopolitical updates from around the world.